And welcome back to a new post today. Today let's look at the most important topics that we need to keep track for November 20th with regard to our UPSC Civil Services Examination Prelims of 2025. The very first issue is about Rajauna plea. Now the Supreme Court has called the centre to take a decision as fast as possible on the death sentence of the plea for the pardoning plea of Rajauna, who was convicted for the assassination of Bean Singh, that is the previous Chief Minister of Punjab, in 1995. And this has been pending since such a long time, and therefore it violates the rights of the convicts as well. Let me tell you, Article 72 of the Constitution, there is no time limit within which the President can pardon a conviction for death sentence, and even the governor cannot pardon, but he can suspend, remit or commute a death sentence. Article 72 of the Constitution gives the President of India the power to grant pardons, reprieve, respite, remit, punishment and suspend, remit or commute sentences. The President can exercise the powers in the following situation, like when the punishment is the result of a court-martial, when the offence violates the law under the Union's executive powers, and when the sentence is a death sentence. Now the same powers are given to the Governor under Article 161. The Governor's pardoning power is very limited. It states officers as matters where the state's executive authority extends, and it cannot interfere with military court sentences of federal crimes as well. And the Governor cannot pardon death sentence, but it can only suspend, remit or commute them, and the Governor acts on the advice of the State Council of Ministers for the provision of reconsideration. The next is about the Supreme Court Collegium now appointing a new Justice, Krishna Kumar, as the Chief Justice of Manipur High Court. Let me tell you, Article 217 of the Constitution deals with the appointment and the conditions of service of the High Court judges. The President appoints the High Court judges under his warrant of hand and seal, and he consults the following before appointing the judges, that is the Chief Justice of India, Governor of the state and the Chief Justice of the High Court. The judges hold office until they are 62 years. The judges can resign by writing to the President, and the President can remove the judges following the clause 4 of Article 124 under the Judges Inquiry Act of 1968, the procedure. And the judge's office is vacated if the President appoints them as a judge of the Supreme Court. Sanjay Murthy was appointed as the new CAG. Narhari Rao has been the first CAG of India. The Comptroller and Auditor General is a supreme audit institution in the Government of India established in the Constitution under Article 148 to 151. They are empowered to audit all the receipts and expenditures of the Government of India as well as the state government, including autonomous bodies and corporation financed by the government. It is the CAG's powers were changed in 1971 when the centre passed the Comptroller and Auditor General Conditions of Service Act Duties Powers 1971. In 1976, the CAG was relieved from accounting functions, and therefore he is only responsible for auditing and the functions at the centre and the state. Apart from that, the CAG takes an oath in office before resuming his duties, and he also has the same status as a sitting judge of the Supreme Court and is ninth in order of hierarchy. Sanjay Murthy, as I told you, is appointed, and he is the 15th CAG of India. The reports of the CAG are laid before the legislature and the parliament and are taken up for discussion by the public account committees and the committees on public undertakings, which are special committees of the parliament and the state legislature. The CAG is also the head of the Indian Audit and Accounts Department, and the affairs of which are managed by the Indian Audit and Accounts Service of India. So these are the issues. The most important next thing and the last topic is about Chennai-Vladivostok corridor, which is operational. So this was in discussion when Prime Minister Narendra Modi had got to Russia, Kazan for the BRICS summit, and he spoke about the Chennai-Vladivostok Eastern Maritime Corridor. So he made a statement at the community program saying that it is now getting operational. It is a sea link between the ports on the eastern coast of India and the ports of the far east coast of Russia. Now, according to the Indian government, the corridor promises immense potential for unlocking new trade and opportunities and to foster mutual economic prosperity and resilience. And the corridor is expected to reduce the time taken for the cargo transfer between India and Russia up to 16 days, cutting the current 40-day time to just 24 days. And it is expected to it is expected to significantly reduce the distance by 40%. At present, the distance between the Mumbai port and Russia's St. Petersburg by the Western Sea route, that is the Suez Canal, is almost 16,000 kilometers. Meanwhile, the distance between Chennai port and Russia's Vladivostok in the Eastern Maritime Corridor is just only 10,458 kilometers. As such, the Eastern Maritime Corridor is expected to save a lot of time and also money compared to the Western Sea route. This will help to significantly reduce the logistic costs and increase efficiency and transportation of cargo between the two countries as well. Saving of time, fuel are expected to increase the corridor's viability and open up newer trade opportunities between India and Russia. Apart from that, they are looking for commodities like coking coal, oil, fertilizers, containers, and liquid natural gas to be exported and imported as well. And the Russia-India ties were elevated to the special and privileged strategic partnership in 2020. Apart from that, this Eastern Maritime Corridor was conceptualized in 2019 during the second India-Russia Strategic Economic Dialogue. So these were the most important topics I thought I should be tracking for you all for November 20th. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to comment at the end of the video. I shall see you very soon with January 1st topics that you need to remember for prelims. Until then, it's very happy learning.